Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 940. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed. So if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting the subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome, and thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So, there's something about the energy that I'm feeling into right now that feels clean. Like maybe there is a clean slate or like some sort of fresh start. The Fool could be a significant tarot card for somebody. It feels like a big journey or a big opportunity is presenting itself to you. And I just saw the number 122 and 123 on the timer. 122 is a reminder that change starts with you, and 123 is about trusting that everything happens for a reason, in the way that it's meant to, in the order that it is meant to. I feel that it is important for somebody to trust that they are where they are for a reason, and that there is purpose and deeper meaning behind the position that you are in right now. Which, speaking of purpose, number 9 in 940 is about that purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. It would only make sense if we're feeling the Fool here, a big beginning, if it was followed by the World card, the last card in the Major Arcana, a big ending. Whoever is watching this, or somebody watching this, you're definitely going through a major or powerful transition in your life. And the theme of purpose just feels so significant, and you might even feel it, even if you don't yet understand it. The number 4 is about peace and balance and stability. This could be focused more mental, emotional, or spiritual, or physical. The number 4 is also about the presence of your ancestors. It really does feel like the big changes that you're going through are foundational, and they're going to help you have more balance and peace and stability, not only in your life, but in your mind and your heart and your soul. And I think that your ancestors would definitely support you in that. I personally believe that everybody's ancestors are coming forward to support us in a collective transformation, a collective change. And maybe, or I believe anyway, that you are just one smaller change that's whatever you're going through, that's part of a bigger change that's collective, universal, global, national, however big or small you want to think. At the end of the day, you do have an impact, no matter how you show up in the world, and you get to decide whether this impact that you have is for better or for worse, for the highest good of all, or not. So maybe this could be a reminder or confirmation to really be mindful of the choices that you are making when it comes to choosing between your well-being and self-destruction, self-love and self-destruction. And the number 0 is about cycles and beginnings and endings, and this number is just really confirming the big changes that you're going through. You might be putting a cycle to an end and starting a new one that is healthier and more empowering and energizing. This definitely feels like it's a good change that you're going through. No matter how jarring it may seem, or scary, let's say. No matter how scary it may seem, this really does feel like a good change for you. I feel like it's scary because the unknown is a factor, but when this comes up, I always like to say that, remember that scary surprises aren't the only thing that come from the unknown. Good surprises do too. Miracles, even. And what actually caught my eye before I started talking about the unknown was this box of cards that I'm using to hold up this light for this video. The type that says the unknown is beautiful. Change is beautiful. So even if it feels scary, maybe even ugly, ultimately, it is beautiful. And if you don't see it now, if you keep moving forward, you will see it eventually, I feel like. Adding up these numbers. Oh yeah, before I add up the numbers, because we're switching from the 930s to the 940s, I always see this as a transition. So this is just even more confirmation of a transition that you are currently going through. Maybe you're moving from expressing yourself, healing and growing and investing into the peace and the balance and the stability that you've been working for. Adding up these numbers now, 9 plus 4 is 13, and plus 0, it's still 13. There's 2 messages in this number. For me, the number 13 is about good luck and good fortune, which I really, really love to have in this reading for you to come through, because maybe you genuinely are struggling to see this as a good change. Is this leading to an actual change in luck? I'm being reminded of the Wheel of Fortune card, which has the number 10 on it. That number is about your spirit guides being near. I feel like they really want to confirm for you that this change that you're going through, you will be rewarded for it. And I want to say rewarded greatly. It's just a matter of how patient you're willing to be for that reward. And for that, I always say, the harder it takes to work for something, the bigger the reward will be. So maybe it will help to keep that in mind. But the other message with the number 13, 1 plus 3 is 4, which is again just confirmation of what we already talked about with the number 4 in 940. Peace, balance, stability, and your ancestors really supporting the better home life, the better job, whatever these big changes or this big change is. Your ancestors and your spirit guides overall are very much on your side and supporting you from the other side. I'm going to start wrapping up this reading by drawing out a couple of cards from the Prism of Visions Tarot. I accidentally looked at the bottom of the deck, and it is the 4 of Wands, which is all about home, your home life, stability in that sense. So that could just be extra confirmation for somebody. I have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Before that, we do have the 4 of Pentacles. It really does feel like you are recovering from something. You're not feeling so left out into the cold, or you won't feel that way soon. We have the 9 of Pentacles too. This energy here is very, very earthy. The opportunities, I feel like because you have been embracing the mental opportunities, the emotional ones, and the spiritual ones, now you're seeing them being manifested as physical opportunities. I see someone who is recovering and finding a lot of joy and contentment with how far they have come. So this reading could really just be about celebrating you, honestly, and how far you've come. You do deserve to celebrate yourself and the changes you've made and the positive choices that you have made. For the last card, I am going to draw out a card from this box to see what else wants to come through for you. I have the Ten of Wands. I want this to keep growing, but I need to delegate. You don't have to carry whatever this weight was alone anymore. It really does feel like somebody is being freed, or you will be freed from something. So this feels like confirmation regardless. The number 10 and the 10 of Wands, I already talked about the number 10, so that's just extra confirmation that your spirit guides are here to support you and to celebrate you. The number 5, that's about change and transformation, literally confirmation of the changes that you have been making. And the number 9, we've already talked about that too, which is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. So if you have been feeling led by a sense of purpose, I feel like you're either seeing that payoff now or you will eventually, if not soon. And I saw the number 111 on the timer, which is a sign to trust yourself. And it can also be a sign to trust myself if a reading is feeling particularly guided, and this one definitely is. I saw the number 122 on the timer again. Change really does start with you, and I think you're really going to see how much purpose there really was in the changes that you have made.